the budget, 949.5 billion of tax revenues. Explain that.
Okay. Well, the minister said the budget is 1.26 trillion. It's going to be financed 949 billion in tax revenues, 4.9 billion in capital revenues, 139.8 billion in non-tax revenues, 5.6 billion in grants.
Yep.
That's on the income side.
5.9 in grants, but yeah.
Yep. On the expenditure side, 917 billion in non-debt expenditure, 855 billion in recurrent expenditure, 354.9 billion in programs, 495.8 billion in salaries, public sector compensation. Now, the 949 billion in tax revenues implies additional revenues of 50 billion thereabouts. That's about 5%. Inflation at 5% will take care of that, so that's not a problem. Yeah, so the revenue side of the budget, not a problem. What we're looking at now is how you use the revenues. So the minister spoke about the capital budget. One of the things that we're expected to hear from the minister is what, Madam Speaker, we're going to also focus on dealing with the procurement problem. Because what we have been seeing consistently, even under the former Finance Minister, Nigel Clark, they always underspend the capital budget and tell us that the problem is related to the procurement process. Now, if you don't spend your capital budget, you're not going to be able to accelerate economic growth.
Fair enough.
The capital budget is a budget that we use for our roads, our schools, and all of those things.
Overall, what did you think of the budget? If you had to give the minister out of 10 as the highest.
4.
4?
Yeah, man. Because we need to, Jamaica is right now in a recession. The rest of the global economy is slowing down because of the policies being...
Why 4? Why 4?
Because it never covered the areas that it should cover. We need a growth strategy now.
So because you're listening for that growth strategy, which is an important area of focus, that for you has essentially given her a failing presentation grade?
Yeah, man, because she never addressed the issues that are important.
No new taxes for 2025, 2026? No new taxes? What do you think about?
Well, no new taxes. Yeah, one of the things that the people of Jamaica have become used to, because of the low level of economic intelligence, is that they only see taxes when the minister goes to Parliament and says, we are going to have a new tax category. But the fact of the matter is that they are paying more taxes. The government is going to collect over 50 billion more in taxes.
How?
So I told you, inflation. Yeah, so when the cost of the goods and services go up, 15% GCT on $115 is more than 15% on $100.
Right.
So the indirect taxes, that is how you collect taxes. So you don't have to name a new tax category.
But doesn't that inflation still affect how the government expenditure overall too? Because in Jamaica,